Hey, this is Adam Torres, and I'm here to tell you that it has never been easier to start your very own podcast. At Mission Matters, our goal is to amplify stories that matter. That means we want to help you start your podcast because your story matters. We can do this in 3 different ways. 1, join our podcast school and take a free or paid course. 2, visit our resources page where we've already figured out what you need, such as where to host your podcast. Or 3, heck, we can even do everything for you through our podcast agency, including editing for cheaper than you can do in-house. Oh, and no contract, service is month to month. Get started by heading over to missionmatters.com and click on Start a Podcast. All right, now let's get into the show. Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Fitness Podcast, your source for all things fitness. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, today I have Angela Davies on the line, and she's head of strategic partners and special guest over at the TheFitExpo Group Training Zone. Angela, welcome to the show.
Wow, thanks for having me on the show, Adam. It's a pleasure to speak with you.
Oh, man. So I'm excited to get into today's topic. I've been a longtime fan of the FitExpo, and I'm really excited that you've now launched a virtual experience and added that to your events tour. I think it's a big deal. The FitExpo was already huge, but now the benefit is people from all around the country and the world are going to be able to attend. So this is amazing. But before we go into that, I do want to go a little bit further into the FitExpo for those of my listeners that haven't heard of it yet. So tell us a little bit more about the events.
Well, yeah, so the FitExpo has been around for almost 2 decades, and it's a fan fest, really. It brings together thousands of fitness enthusiasts. We like to call it the circus, everything under the big top of the circus. It is a family-friendly event, but just like the circus, there's lots of fun things to see and do, from bodybuilding, power lifters to jiu-jitsu, karate. We have fitness influencers all over the show floor, personal trainers, competitive athletes you can watch, or you can even get in there if you're a weekend warrior and compete as well. So people go to check out new products in health, fitness, and wellness, try things. They walk away with more samples than the price of a ticket, really. They get to go to cooking demos and my area of the show, the group training zone, where they work out and win. They can compete for cash, or they can just be a fly on the wall and watch all the fun things that are happening in health and fitness. So
I talk a little bit about the magnitude of this, because the Fit is huge. Like this is one of my first experiences coming to LA. Was I remember seeing this. I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Michigan. I remember hearing about this thing growing up and seeing it always. And then I finally moved to LA. And when I moved to LA, I go for the first time, and I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, it's a huge conference and event. Like, how many people attend to this thing? Because I don't know.
Yeah, it's in the range of 60 to 65,000 every year, and we take over the Los Angeles Convention Center, right? So we take over the Los Angeles Convention Center. We have 400 brands and sponsors, 400 to 600 booths on that trade show floor, and then we have everything under the big top in the perimeter of the event. And at every show in Los Angeles, we'll have 12,000 people line up to be the first in the doors.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is. It's like the Comic-Con, in my opinion, of fitness. It's just amazing, like the crowd that you've managed to attract that come year in and year out. So I know the event's huge, and I know you can't focus on all things at once. So I know your specialty, the group training zone. So tell us a little bit more about that and what you do over there.
Yeah, so the group training zone, just to kind of put the FitExpo into perspective for your listeners who may not have attended it, it's a national brand. And the FitExpo has been to as many as 7 cities in the United States. And the part that I work on is the part that brings local fitness fans out of the woodworks. So the group training zone stage, we set up in every city, Los Angeles being our flagship show. For the last 2 years, we've stuck with San Jose, Anaheim, and San Diego. But we've been to Chicago for many years, Philadelphia, South Florida. And what we do is we set up an experience for our attendees to work out with the most exciting new and different products, new brands they may have seen but not have tried, and then also work out with those fitness celebrities that they're following on Instagram or YouTube, those people that they've followed for years and years. And then we put a fun component to it where every workout they attend, they win in some way, whether it's a prize from a sponsor or a $50 cash bounty for being the one that does the most push-ups or the most, the longest plank, what have you. But the area is super live. We call it the Workout and Win stage, but it's also really where serious fitness meets fun.
Yeah, and what I love about this area is that it becomes interactive. It's not like you're just going to check it out. Like, you can go do stuff. That's what I remember the most about it. It was like you get to participate and you get to do stuff. So let's. I want to spend some time. I mean, this is huge news. I'm really excited. As you said, it's a national event now, but with this advent of making a virtual experience, adding that to the tour. I mean, now you're global, which is super exciting to me because I know it's just going to do that much more for the already large brand. So talk a little bit more about this virtual experience and what people can expect.
Well, we're super excited about the virtual experience because as we've traveled the United States, we've picked up fans. And then when we go and send out our newsletter and any of our content through our social media channels, we've noticed that we've got fans all around the world. And that's happened organically, whether they've heard like you did in coming from the Midwest about this TheFitExpo. We've picked up all these fans, and there are people that travel a long way. We have a fan who comes from New York City to every event. His name is Kelly Rogers, and we love Kelly because we can always tell he always wears a Superman T-shirt. But there are people who can't make it to a live event, right? So we're excited to create this experience for them. We understand that it won't be possible necessarily for them to pick up all the free samples. So we've added a dimension where they get a gift card when they enter the show, and then they get to spend the money in the virtual booths. We understand that they won't be able to take a picture as they would at a live event of that fitness celebrity like a Billy Blanks or a Cass Martin or Jen Selter. But we've set it up through technology for them to get some interaction through Zoom meeting with those celebrities they've been following. We've also added our healthy eating pavilion. We're calling it the Healthy Eating Kitchen because we'll have on-demand content from all these celebrities, and it'll be unique content to the FitExpo where people can circle back when they're thinking about what they want to make for dinner and check out what Dylan Barber from The Bachelor in Paradise is making for dinner with Hannah Godwin, right? And then we've got the group training zone where we're going to have live Zoom workouts featuring Zumba, Strong Nation, all of our other amazing brands, as well as on-demand content from those sponsors that follow us show to show, event to event, and now we're going to be able to share it globally.
Wow, that is really exciting. So I'm excited for this, and I'm excited to attend the live events, but also the virtual ones, because I think that's really cool, and I think it's going to allow people to cover more ground, in my opinion, because those events are big, so you're going to be able to pop in and out where you want, and I think it's going to be a really cool setup, so I think it's going to be great for the listeners and myself as a fan. So, Angela, that being said, if somebody is listening to this, and they want to learn more about the FitExpo or the group training zone, and let's start from there's a two-part question. So if they're, just a fan and they want to go and they want to be a part of the experience, they want to learn, what's the best way for them to connect? And alternatively, if they're a company out there that's looking for sponsorship or to sponsor a booth or to get involved because they have a fitness product or something that they want to get in front of your audience that you've built over time, I mean, what are the best ways for those two types of individuals or companies to connect?
Well, I would say three things. The first is any and all information can be found at TheFitExpo.com, and that's the THE FIT Expo.com. So any and all information really starts there. You can also search us up on Instagram. But once you get to TheFitExpo.com, you can subscribe to our newsletter. And there you're going to get updates on who we've added to the show. You'll get updates on what the components of each event, but particularly the virtual, are, including that once we do our live launch weekend on November 14th and 15th, they're going to have 90 days of access to circle back to the event at their leisure. And so many people work out from home, and the group training zone, for example, we have so much on-demand workouts that they'll be able to circle back to time and time again. It almost becomes like a workout club, right? So that's the other piece of the puzzle. And then the third thing is that if you're in the market for a new opportunity, whether it be that you're looking for a job, you can find that in our Fitness Career Center, which will be live on that event launch weekend. But also, if you're looking for a way to quickly get your brand in front of fitness fans that we know so well all around the world, then on our website, you'll find an icon to click on, which is our exhibit icon. And finally, if you want to get a piece of the Fit Expo and you just can't wait for November 14th and 15th, our virtual experience, we've partnered with Zumba and Strong Nation to do what we're calling our World Workout Tour. And so once you purchase a ticket, which at this price they're $8.99, you can't beat that for all the time that you're going to be able to circle back to the virtual experience platform. But leading up until our November 14th live launch, you can jump on to Zoom workouts, and there's over 16 that are being offered starting in August. Next week they start, with master trainers from all around the world in all the different time zones, and experience our World Workout Tour. So there's so many ways to be involved.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. It's really good. I love this, you adding this whole virtual experience to what was already a successful brand. So this is awesome. Well, Angela, thank you again for coming on the show today. Great to finally connect, and great to bring up all the great things that are going on over at the Fit Expo, especially at the group training zone. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review in the Apple iTunes store. If you're watching this from our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Fitness, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave some comments in the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Angela, thanks again for coming on the show.
Well, thanks for including me. It was a pleasure.